ready for part 3.
Recording, get ready for the bullshit.
Sorry.
Rocket Power's
I
great!
still have the giggles. It's just stupid. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, sync audio in 3, 2, 1.
Woogity, woogity, woogity.
I fucking knew it. Either one of you or both of you are gonna do something. The only thing that ever made me laugh is that comic they made where I think of that fat kid with the glasses was hanging off a cliff and he's like, "Help, give me your hand," and they try to grab each other's hand and keep him falling, and they go wiggity, 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 and he falls off the cliff.
Oh god.
All right. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
From Disguise of Arcadia Part 21. Now prepare to slog through the water temple bullshit like I did. With editing, of course. I made it easier for you guys.
Yay.
There's fire! We have to go!
Video games don't know how to do water temple for whatever reason.
I mean, the concept's kind of cool. Like, look now, we're going into water. And we switch to our nice little diving suit. I'm having a wonderful day.
Oh.
See, this is how fast you move in this suit. Keep that in mind.
That room was just there to show you how slow it is.
Yes.
I think that was the warning room, like, you can still leave, you know.
And also, I'll give you a little bit of a preview of the enemies that you fight over and over and over again, because they only have the same 4. A ton of those lizard things that walk at 2 miles per hour, and cheetahs that give them all quicker, so despite them being faster, they still move slow, so it takes a ton of time. That's the temple, is that it has things that take way too much time. I didn't like this temple.
Yeah, there's a discussion going on in one of the Ocarina of Time threads when we were doing Ocarina of Time 3D, that the reason water temples are so annoying is because everything is slower. When you're in water, you're moving slower, and here, even the enemies are moving slower.
Like, honestly, like, is it so much to think a water temple maybe uses water that rushes, like it moves you? That would make it at least seem faster.
A Link Between Worlds does that.
And that's why I guess the water temple in that one didn't bother me.
Yeah, and I liked that water temple.
So, all of you future game developers, just include a really long water slide for your water levels and it'll be way better.
They leads directly to the boss. Into the boss's mouth.
That should be the entire temple, just getting up to the top of the water slide and then going down to fight the boss.
These guys also cast Pyram, which is the most powerful fire spell, but they don't do that much damage because they're just fucking lizards. But it does take a while for them to cast spells, so just working with the hand they have. Another big pain in this is because of the cheetahs exist. The cheetahs are pretty easy to kill, but they always seem to cast Quicka, and Quicka automatically targets every opponent, so that means they always seem to attack first. So slow enemies attacking first, but not increasing speed, just the order they attack, that's just... Thank God I can smash them to death. I used that skull shield just hoping they do normal attacks. These are blocking fire.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, fall order. God damn it. It's wagging his tail like, I'm fucking you. As you can tell, this part of the temple is not even really that particularly hard. It's just... a fight with little lizards is taking longer than it should.
You could step on them and they'd die.
Pretty much. Didn't talk about length, but it was easy. But because of this, I get trapped in here so long that, like, I think I gained, like, 2 levels. Now, the big point of this little temple is that there's a couple little side paths that have... I wouldn't say puzzles, but they're just more of mazes, I guess. I don't know how to describe them. But you have to flip these little switches here to cause the area in the center to fill with water, so it becomes deep enough that we can actually go to the bottom of the temple. Obviously, we end up clicking that one first, which relieves in this particular water port, and then we can pick whatever direction we want to go next. I'm going to pick the hardest one first, because I'm a smart guy. I see. Even though he said it's just like, oh, I guess. This is where things are going.
Oh. Oh.
Also, for whatever reason, this one runs into the original Skies of Arcadia's issue where enemies trigger everywhere. I noticed this room full of pools. You're only supposed to drop down one of them because it actually leads to a door underwater to be able to unlock the next valve. So you kind of have to guess which one just by trying them first and kind of viewing them. So we'll just try this one first. So I want you to count the seconds in your head of how long this takes. That's the wrong one. Okay. The other one is actually on the opposite side of the room.
So how do you get out?
There is a door here at the bottom that allows us to walk out, which, here's the sucky part about this. We're supposed to look at this as a way of orientation of going, okay, I can figure out that this must mean that the one we need to walk through is at the front of this. Look how slow this is.
Oh my god.
Just keep on counting in your head, guys. And you'll soon figure out why this temple's frustrating to me. I gotta figure out a way to get out of here.
You look so fancy-free.
I like the two little zippers on her hand, too.
Yeah, it kind of looks like he has like a really long sweater, so his sleeves just cover his hands.
Wake me up before you go. See, you try to use this door as an orientation thing, but this is what they did. They decided this entire door goes all the way around that part of the temple. Keep on counting in your head.
I'm just keeping an eye on the clock in the bottom.
I'm just imagining Hearts of Fire in my head.
All right, that took about 5 minutes.
Trips and falls.
So right, we just need to land on the right one, right? Which I guess is okay. Second try, third try, fourth try.
Oh my god!
Fifth try. Sixth try. Seventh try. Got it.
Lucky number, kill myself.
You just see a time counter slowly fade in 5 hours.
So you might have guessed that took me almost an hour just to complete this one puzzle.
God.
5 years later.
Got it.
I'm skilled at this game, shit. Which honestly, like, by mistake, you could finish that in like seconds and people would be like, yeah, that's so super easy. But like, I could not figure out where to go. And I'm just, now, you get to repeat the steps of getting out of there. Just a reminder, I did it. Son of a bitch. Now follow me on this long journey, won't you?
The joke is if you took off the wetsuit, you would actually walk normal.
Yes, exactly. Come with me, and you'll see this.
That only looks like he's just prancing.
Alright. That was easy, I guess. I'm just standing there letting go of the controller for a minute.
Just
okay.
Recuperating.
Alright. 2 more to go. So we got the one on the opposite side, and we have the one on the back side of the wall. The real and here's the bullshit. If we go to the one on the left, it's so easy that it makes me mad. Like, especially they made the right one like such a pain in the ass, and you go over to this one, it's just like, look at how easy we made it for you. So, like, there's a switch on the other side of that. We just gotta get on that platform and press that switch. There's no other platforms in the room to confuse it with, that's the only one. I'm skipping these fights because they're basically the same fights repeated that I had just a second ago. Some are even longer.
I feel like the underwater sections would be worse if they made you fight.
Oh, man. Definitely. This area has, for whatever reason, saturated with encounters, so those water portions are definitely reliefs in that sense. But at the same time, especially for that last part, I was just like, I just want this to be over.
Well, that's the joke. That's why you're moving so slow, is to even it out.
Good observation there, Vice.
I didn't want you to enjoy yourself too much.
You know, I'm starting to think that after the roof filled up with water, this switch caused that.
High five, Meek.
Underwater. He does it underwater, so it's super slow.
High five. Somehow just ends up slapping Enrique's butt.
It's like, how do we all fit in the same suit?
Why did he only give us one?
Peter, your legs are cold.
You have room to talk, Aika. You never wear pants.
Vice just slaps Enrique's butt again.
You damn right. Why do you keep on doing that? It's the only part I can touch you that's not pointing.
It doesn't blow up.
We get this other side that's covered in these little ice pillars. The only difference is that we run into a couple different new enemy types. Notice how many times we're running into fights here.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, the encounter rate's kind of a little high here.
And they all stall. So here's one of the new enemies you end up fighting in this area. Luckily I snuck up on him. This giant caterpillar worm
What
thingy.
the fuck?
Blah, 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 blah. Of course, big enemies have a ton of HP.
Man told me.
I don't know what's more surprising, the fact that that's the enemy or that you snuck up on it.
Yeah.
The thing is that the sneaking up thing is completely random. Like, just randomly enemies will sneak up on you, randomly you'll sneak up on them. Like, there's no rhyme or reason.
How about you?
Well, that was just rude, Enrique.
It's well deserved.
You didn't have to poke it in the butt to death.
He's taking out his frustration from Vice.
Slaps that cheetah thing on the ass. This is how it feels.
Do you like it? Do you like it?
How's this my fault?
Vice is within earshot. I think he's bad.
Just chuckles. This is a good day. The dead end, no reason. All right, worth that fight.
God damn it!
I ran into a fight on the other way back too. Fuck it.
3 of them.
I think it's because there's so many sections of this level you can't fight that at I think for coding for these RPGs, they just have these, kind of like in Pokemon, they just have these spots that react randomly to encounters. And because there's so much space that's covered in water where you don't run into enemies, it almost crams all those encounters into one spot. That's the only thing I can guess.
I know this game tops a lot of, like, top 10 game lists, but I remember I was reading, like, lists about, like, frustrating water levels, and this was one of them, actually, that I read up on, so I kind of knew this was coming.
I can believe that.
And here we have Vice contemplating why he's underwater.
He's waiting for his anime ending. Watashi wa kusara mineta.
But it's, like, not even any shots of him outside of the suit, it's just him in the suit.
Standing in random positions.
Yeah. And he's like folding his arms underwater, and then like just like a bigger version of him, but like faded on the corner.
I want to be an underwater hero!
Underwater hero!
What, an enemy in the chest? I guess that could be 5 different types of enemies, or maybe just one. Hello, friend.
I was hoping it was a worm for the cloud, the dark cycle thing.
I think you called the worm with the clown.
Yes! The real enemy, Jesus! Yeah, he blocked it, it'll be fine.
He threw that thing out first thing. This guy loves to spam the burst attack. Honestly, because at a higher level, like, I'm less inclined to go through the whole blocking thing except for everyone now. Because that explosive thing does a stupid amount of damage, but Vice can take it. Just do Cutlass Fury every turn now.
This is how the whole fight's gonna go.
Yep.
This is the guy.
Then I said, screw it, just hit him.
Every time.
If you can't tell by this point, I'm already tired of this, and I'm like, just kill it quickly.
Just hit him a lot.
Just kill him as fast as possible. I'm tired.
Make him die. Just make him die.
Bah. That's literally a bomb. And of course, this leading to people taking more damage now. Like that.
Oh, Ica, Jesus.
I'm okay standing in this nuclear explosion.
Quick, throw your banana at him.
It's a yin.
Throw your banana at him.
You guys want a banana?
Just fuck him up with potassium. I said give me strength. I'm the lowest health.
Did I say the word us? No. That inconvenienced me.
Ah.
Gets blown away, just covered in sparkles.
My hair.
It still looks gorgeous.
I love that. They just fall over, get back up, fall again.
We did it!
You bonked him.
Damn right I did. The Windsong Orb. Sounds pretty cool. We're selling it.
Of course. I was thinking, oh, is that like a super moonberry?
I think that's why the Banes hate us.
Because we keep taking their priceless artifacts.
Because we keep on killing their guys to sell their precious artifacts.
Pirates.
What did you expect? I mean, really.
Are you even surprised at this point? Now for a little victory underwater lap.
Let's high five all the stalagmites.
You'll never get me.
Intermission.
I thought the game blacked out for a second.
Needed a time to resurface and get some air.
I do like how the scuba suit basically does still match the design of the air, where it's kind of those old school ones, but it has like a barrel as your air canister.
At least they don't give you like an air meter or anything. That would have been even more ridiculous.
That'd have been so stupid. Oh good, I can't run these dead ends. That makes this game worth it.
What's going on with your compass down on the map?
Oh, you mean the map?
Yeah, it looks like it's splitting into two.
It's because some areas I'm walking near, but not necessarily walking into. That's the thing about mazes. They just do that. We did all that to press the switch. Glory to us all. Now we've completely filled the center column.
We're hitting all the switches so we can get to the top, right?
Well, we're doing it so we can actually get to the bottom. So by filling it means we won't drop to our death when trying to get to the bottom of the temple.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we invested in a scuba suit. I mean, I feel like we could have got a parachute.
If you want a true reason why, it's because we want the water drop to take as long as possible.
Vice needs a nap in the middle.
Body just goes limp in mid-fall.
Wouldn't it have been more related to the game if they actually did get a parachute instead of a scuba suit?
Yeah.
So we're always in the sky all the fucking time.
That'd be too convenient.
I think it's because by this point everyone knows that if you fall to the surface, you're gonna die.
Basically.
Don't bother.
If I'll blow the clouds, then there's no helping you.
Gotta get my feet wet.
Oh no, the terrifying fall. Even fades to black. It's like, you got it, you got it.
It's like, all right, they get it. Jack, just cut it. Jesus.
Why did you keep that in, Rick? Rick, come on.
Oh boy, we get to fall off in our suit? Slowly?
It shows him walk on the surface and then fall face first because it weighs too much. Ooh, a rope.
That doesn't sound like a rope.
See, I got mad at this part and I luckily cut it for you because it was a little too sensitive. It's worth coming up here because there's Moonfish right there. But if you just accidentally touch the left stick, you'll just end up on that platform that'll slowly go back down to the beginning of the level. Then you get back on the platform to slowly go back to where you were before. I cut that out because I accidentally did that. It took about another 3 or 4 minutes of my hour and so escapade in this fucking temple. And see, this wouldn't bother me as much if the boss fight was an exciting one. Some people consider it hard. I just consider it tedious. I got another one to... Come on, stop being a pan. You're embarrassing me. So we'll want to continue on from here, but I totally forgot there's something behind me. But first I have to fight, and then go back to where I went. Maybe if I led to another dead end, I just wanted to make sure. I would have missed a moon bear and it would have bothered me. I must have all of them.
How about we feed one of these to Cupel?
A moonberry? It'd probably explode.
It'll be cool.
I could teach him a move called Epsilon Mirror, which I really don't use that much, but maybe some point. The big thing is, do I consider their final attack worth it? I don't know, necessarily. Vice's is definitely the most useful final attack.
We've seen.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you, it's probably the most useful. The only one that might be considered a really good option is possibly Gilder's final attack. It's really just kind of up to you. All the final attacks look really cool either way. So at some point I might just kind of save and reload and show all you guys the final attacks kind of closer to the end of the game. So we got these stupid-ass robots.
Oh, I thought they were like golems or something.
Yeah, they're pretty much golems.
Oh.
The thing is, like, when you get to this point, like, oh, thank God, a change of pace. These enemies also slow you down. Also, they're really hard to hurt.
I saw that.
Hard to hurt.
This is what makes them annoying. They do petrification.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
Oh, joy.
I thought he was going to be petrified on the ground.
Yeah, he had to get up to get petrified.
If he's gonna be a statue, he has to stay beautiful.
Alright, Fina, you need to do your magic. Learn your cleansing. It's such a great ability. Fina's, I always kind of give her flack, but she is actually very useful. Just, she's not a hard hitter, so...
Yeah, no, Fina's great. She just can't hit
She's
much.
built like a Kleenex, so she takes damage very easily.
Built like a Kleenex. Enrique.
I'm glad he can go back to that state, Enrique. That was worth doing.
He's always wanted a statue of himself, but, well, he got it.
And somehow even petrified the sparkles around him and fall to the floor.
I guess I'll get it for you.
We teach you how to do it, you seasick loser.
I like how we're making Enrique this pompous dandy, but he's on our side for once.
He's our pompous dandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He gave us the awesome ship.
That is true. Don't you dare. Don't you... Fuck.
I was even about to joke. I'll counter and then I'll petrify.
At least he waited. He's not gonna sit there wait.
Let's try this.
Then Enrique's like, thank you for showing me how it's done. Now I shall cut down the beast. My hat's a see-through.
Yeah, it is.
I do like the look of this attack. It's ridiculous. Sad.
I just love this part. I was hoping for every camera angle he'd be doing a different action. Like he'd have a Spanish guitar in one shot.
And his clothes would change too.
He's on a cliff on the next one.
Swimsuit competition. Those guys might give you a bit of trouble, and honestly, depending on your choices here, you can continue to fight those things, but it's not fun to fight anything in this part. If you end up pressing the proper switches, you don't actually have to fight those guys again, thank God.
For a second, I thought the platforms themselves were just gonna fall in the water, which just consume Vice.
What, I need to change quick shit? You guys having fun?
You know what everybody likes in water temples? Switches. And waiting.
And see, waiting's not the hardest part, it's the most bullshit part.
I think the worst feeling you get is when you finally figure out the puzzle, but you're in such a, like, obtuse way, and you have to fucking, like, backtrack. And then that just doubles the waiting.
I think there's a chest I missed in here, but I was just like, I just want to get to the end. I can't remember. Am I literally forgetting to cut these fights because I've had so many to do? Oh, I suck up on these enemies. Great.
Good looper.
I'll kill a galooper. Luckily for special attacks, as long as they don't have a certain elemental property, they'll always hit, so you can always take out some galoopers and get a good chunk of experience by doing so. The nice thing about killing looper-based enemies is that they're basically money bags of experience, so if you can't take them out, good for you, because it helps you level up quicker.
Well, what?
Enrique's more powerful than you realize. What's my power? I can't even kill a lizard.
You know, I remember Cupel being a little stronger.
When he's changed from being like a super powerful sword to a pan.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, he will be the most powerful weapon once I'm done with it.
But it's just like, there's that cham that like makes him vomit all the other ones out.
Well, yeah, I gave him the better champs, the Amberix. Those are the ones that get him to his ultimate form.
He was a cannon at one point, but we didn't get to see that.
Just wait until he becomes the Cupel Scythe.
The Cupel Death.
The Cupel Finger.
Yep, it was worth putting these parts in the temple. Honestly, got to this point, I was just yelling at my screen. A lot of, what's the point of this? Why are you making me do this?
Jojo!
Just put that in for amusement.
I'll need that text animation you did. I don't think Vegas does that. Or if anything, I don't know how to do it.
Oh, okay. It's a Final Cut Pro thing.
Yeah.
As you see, this part doesn't really give me too much options to do anything, but just wait for things to happen. Oh, thank God, it changed an atmosphere. Now we actually entered the boss room, so that temple's pretty much done, but now we just gotta fight the boss. You do want to make sure you're healed up, because this guy can do a decent amount of damage. He's not like a... I wouldn't say he's the heaviest hitter in the game, he's the best at defense, I should say. And I'll say his defense is bullshit at this moment. Ahead of time. See, we're getting close to that 35 level like on the last one.
Is that your old save file or your practice file?
That's an old save file. No, well, that's one of the I'd say one of the more recent ones. That was the first one I played when I first got this copy. Again, thank you, Tailsnick, for the copy of it. I wouldn't be able to do this without it. But I had older save files, but they got destroyed from that corruption, so that is, I guess, my oldest one.
Yeah, damn.
I don't mind, it just gives me an excuse to play it again. Hello.
Now that looks like a Pokemon.
I did yell in the middle of this fight, "Fuck you, Blastoise." He's a cool looking guy. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Mega Blastoise X.
Stone Edition! So there's one thing I wish I could have gotten done in this fight that didn't work this time, but it has worked in the past. One thing they don't always show you hint of is that even bosses have particular effects that affect them more than others. Like, most time you can't assume, you could confuse a boss or anything like this, but this boss is susceptible to petrification. So, if you manage to actually get it petrified, you can kill this thing pretty quickly, which is why this entire fight I have Fina spamming her petrification attack. It just never seems to work. Despite the fact that I know I've done it in the past, I know it works.
Okay, that's threatening.
Moons, petrify my enemy.
Look how much damage it does. Yeah. It's mainly for the effect, which unfortunately never goes off.
Petrify my enemies, Moons! Damn it, Moons!
You're not on my side today. These guys does do a decent amount of damage. It really only has 2 attacks to worry about. It's that one and an ice attack that he uses too. The biggest thing that will help you on this one is because he's so defensive, he's going to give you a lot of time to yourself, and in those times, give yourself a lot of buffs. One of them, for example, I'm going to throw just automatically is Healing Salve, which is turn-by-turn healing onto Fina, which will have the most use for. This becomes a bit of a race against the clock sort of fight. Who's going to kind of win the clock battle here? So this is his annoying attack, Steel Skin. By automatically casting it, he is indestructible for an entire turn.
Wow.
She closed her eyes because, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it.
I'm wasting my time, wasting my time. And again, there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's rather unpredictable, to be honest. And thank God I didn't use any major SP attack or it would have been wasted. The issue most newer players would make is that they'll throw their Pirate's Wrath or something like that at this moment, and it goes to nothing. Luckily, it only lasts a turn, and I've never run into it where he's cast it twice in a row, so I usually wait for my biggest attack right after a Steel Skin. So you'll see me sometimes in this fight stalling and not using it, just waiting for him to use Steel Skin.
Here goes.
Ow, I guess.
Ow, too. Ow, too, Brute. Time to become Thor again.
Did you just go, oh!
No, he goes, behold.
I mean, it's a super awesome move, but it's just, look at that! Shatters it, now I'm in space.
More like going Super Saiyan.
Pretty
Jesus.
much. So then he automatically heals himself to full. Luckily, he didn't do it when he was at lower health, because that is a full heal, no matter how damaged he is.
Fina's like, I can do it too, you bitch.
So at this point, I start fast-forwarding it to show everyone dancing. You got the idea. This is the fight. It becomes a war of attrition. No. This is other attack, Ice Storm. Does a lot of damage, but whatever. This becomes just chipping away at him until he uses Steel Skin, so then I can hit him harder. But because of the pattern I'm doing, he starts using a pattern of just casting his best attacks over and over again.
Blur.
That's really like a slap fight. It's basically what it turns into for the next 5 or so rounds. And I really want that petrification to work. I know it wastes SP, but I'll do it.
I'm dying to see you petrify the rock turtle.
Yeah, and it works. I can't explain it.
How long does the petrification last?
2 or 3 turns. But in that time, you can just spam your SP attacks and really bring his health down. And he can't attack you either, so...
You say it works.
It does. I promise you it does. I've done it before. Of course, I do it when I'm not recording. I know this fight looks epic and all.
No, it's pretty cool. I like all the really quick Charlestons everyone's doing.
Thank God he used it again, so now we can start hitting him. Now, to fuck him up a bit. And I refuse to use the moon dropping thing, because I'm like, you know what, that's not a strategy, I'm sorry. Luckily, he doesn't seem to cast Sacralin more than once, but it is frustrating. But luckily, he doesn't spam or anything like, oh, I'm low health again, I guess, full health again.
Fina's like, I'm gonna get it once, you just fucking watch me.
Alright, now I know I killed him. I just like watching this attack. He creates a fucking tornado.
As opposed to a normal person's.
Businessman's wrath!
That was easy.
Just cuts a Z into it.
Aika shoves him into the water in frustration. That was easy.
Fina's like, Moons, you rather quite reek today.
As this giant evil skateboard just punctures Yoshi's lungs.
I thought you were gonna say punctures the sky. Like Cthulhu. Dum, dum, dum.
Behold! Alright, we found the blue moon crystal. Woo.
I mean, I feel like we could have walked in, grabbed it, and left.
Well, it was steel skinned, just standing there.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna do that, I just go move on. I love how you know what that means. High five time.
The handshake.
I know that one. But now we're gonna include Fina on our cool high five. I don't want to.
Go ahead.
Right now we have a 3-person high five. And Enrique just looks in the bad with a frowny face.
What the fuck?
Starts crying.
But they're just like sparkles coming off his eyes.
It's anime crying. It all floats away.
Come in there. That's the face Enrique was making.
I just like, I don't know what to do. Just try it. Okay, gets it. Just
Perfect. Yeah, I like that too. I don't know what to do. Nail it. Hello, Thorn.
puts on shades. Z snaps at Enrique. I was here longer.
What if he was part of the high five by not being involved, where they high five and then they all point at him and he's just depressed? Glad for your add to that.
Stop selling everything to me. I don't have any money.
No, down here. Lower.
My eyes are down here, pal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just flustered. Bam.
Yeah.
Thorn, I didn't know you're so short. Wow.
Livy and I were talking the other day about the respective times we've run into outside appliances.
I saw your height, and wow.
She walked into a water heater. I've walked into an air conditioner. Head first. Just seemed like an appropriate time to bring it up.
In like riveting conversations.
Oh, this is interesting. Like, have I ever done that?
I'm tall. I do it daily. Yeah, ceiling. Car.
Guard.
Like, should I go back there now? Yeah, I rammed into guards before. Now they got the blue moon crystal, bringing it back to Emperor here, because he needs it for the ceremony of deciding a new king. They call it the Magasphere. But never make me go back to that temple ever again.
You can make it up to me by getting involved in the handshake.
Don't let Rika join that. That's been decided. We brought up a little bit of a sore subject there, but that's fun. Because food!
Now let's look over the nominations for king. Evil McBadbeard seems like a good candidate.
Yes, that laugh seems rather joyous.
Royalty recognizing royal struggles.
That's basically what it is. I understand your pain. Bling. If only I had feet. Just imagine hovering. That's the best food I ever have, not the fact that it's Japanese food. This is made in Japan.
Not like us Westerners, we like burgers.
Sorry, I had to wipe my mouth. Look, he's about to begin a song.
When he left, it was like he's a happy match salesman here.
When I take over the kingdom, you will leave right now.
So, Moegi here is, or Moegi, either way, is set to destined to marry this asshole.
I'm thinking Moji, or Mogi.
Yeah, probably Miyagi. Or Miyagi.
Moegi.
Mr. Miyagi.
But we find out that also, brother Prince Daigo is not in the country. But Enrique's not taking this crap. I'm gonna tell my father on you.
Vice, fire the Moonstone Cannon.
On it.
Right in my pocket.
One hand in my pocket, and the other one's a moonstone kid. We have a code of honor, like blowing up other countries.
Look, I didn't say it made sense. Or friends.
I don't like eye contact. Excuse me, I have to go hover away, like Mallow.
She just...
I like Ica here.
Whose ass is better?
I plead the fifth.
Quack.
Waka, waka, waka. Female voice, oh no! Well, hello. I'm surprised she didn't disguise herself as like someone from that country. My name is Blema.
Blaya.
Bleya. Ma'am, I literally am like one of the princes of this country. I would know. No.
No, you wouldn't.
I totally understand your customs and or regional dialects. Shit.
Y'all.
So, raw fish. The fuck, am I right?
So I was at this water temple, and boy, was that bullshit.
Boy, are my eyes tired. Because mine were. I've actually recorded this entire Yafutoma thing between like hours of like 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. So I was playing that temple part at probably like 2:30 or 3:30. I was done.
Must go to bed.
Well, on the next one, we'll find out what the interesting plot intrigue created by Blaza leads to, and find out how we end this Yafutoma arc.
I hope it doesn't involve the Giga.
Why would it? You're stupid.
Well, it was just a speculative thought.
Man, Yoshi, your ideas reek.
I know.
Between Enrique and the Gigas, who's got the better butt?
Tune in to find out.
Mega Blastoise sex.
The fact it has no butt means it has the best one.
There's nothing you can compare it to.
I mean, it even becomes shiny when it does the spiky shell thing or whatever it was called.
But yeah, I'm glad that temple was over. And as I admitted, I cut out all the parts that made it even longer, all the fights and the walking that I did 7 times. I don't hate the game because this temple, that particular temple just is not great.
No, the whole game's been looking really cool. If I could find a copy, I'd totally get it. But it's just like, I knew this was happening. Like, I knew the water temple, it was going to be kind of slow.
From here on, so the other temples will make an improvement upon this idea. I like where this one goes. It's just not my favorite arc of all of them. But it is kind of cool to be a badass captain at this point, so we have this badass ship. Anyway, on to the next part. Woo! Check out my butt.
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
I just got you an ambulance.
Just testing your reaction time, Enrique.
Pretty pathetic. You're going back to a swabby.
I like how Vice would actually put all the people in unqualified positions. You're good at building stuff, so clearly you're a cook. You're a doctor. You probably clean shit pretty well.
The guy is actually cleaning the ship. Yeah, he's ammo.
There he goes.